Render a polyline on the graphic layer. In exercise 9, we want to render this polyline or this line on the map. Let's check the exercise and start to solve this requirement. Okay, here I ran the exercise and I got this map rendered with a marker on the graphic layer. Let's check the code inside the app file. Here is a component for graphics layer, and there is graphic of type buoyant with simple mark. We will do same to render the line as a new graphic, so we will add that inside our graphic layer, but of course the geometry will be polyline and the symbol will be a proper symbol for the line. So I need to create a helper for the geometry and the symbol also. We will create that inside the ArcGIS SDK folder. I will start with the geometry. So I will create a function called create polyline, and it's also same like the point geometry function. It is very simple function which called create polyline. I will export this function, and this function will receive polyline properties and will return a new instance of polyline, which I will import this constructor from ArcGIS core package. I will save that and I will start to export that through the access point of the geometries. So I will write export create polyline from create polyline. I will save that and move to the access point of SDK, ArcGIS SDK. I can simply add or update this export like that. So I will I export create point and create polyline from geometry folder. Now I need to export that through ArcGIS React Kit. So this is the access point of it. I will do the same. No need to export them in multiple line. So I will merge those two functions in one import with the create polyline function we created, like that. So here I exported create point and create polyline and create symbol mark. Save that. Okay. I also need a symbol, so I will create that right now. I will create a file for my function which called create SimpleLineSymbol, and same I will create a function which will return instance of simple marker. Okay, I need just to complete this code. Yeah, here I will create SimpleLineSymbol, which will receive SimpleLineSymbol properties of type SimpleLineSymbol properties, and I will return here instance of this symbol, and I will pass the properties that I received. and of course I will import this constructor from ArcGIS core. We'll save that, and I will do same through the access point. I need to export my function here, and same I will export on the ArcGIS SDK level and access point, so I can update this export with the new sample for line. Yes, that's it. And I will go to the level of ArcGIS React Kit and update my export with create SimpleLineSymbol. So now I will use those helpers to create my graphic. I will back again to the app file. Here I will create my my geometry. I already prepared that here, but I will tell you a trick. If you need, of course I will update my the import with my function, and the polyline, you need to create to set the property of path to create your line. To create a line and you don't know the coordinates, simply go to GeoJSON.io website. It's powered by Mapbox, and draw your graphic. So in my case, I draw it a line. Let me do that again. You will refresh, cancel the old one, and just draw the line, and you will get the coordinates of your path. Just to move it, and you now have the coordinates. Okay, this is the graphic. I will add this is the geometry, so I will add this geometry to the geometry property. Now I need to create a sample, so I will come here and create my sample. I will call it SimpleLineSymbol, and I will update the imports to include my new function, and the color will be blue, the width will be 3. I will add I will pass the sample, this sample for the sample property. Save back to your the web page, refresh, and here our line. That's it. Thank you.